is Switzerland, and in this video I will be talking you through how to spend 14 or 15 days in this stunning country, and I will be talking you through the Swiss Travel Pass, all the free and best things to do. This is one of our most requested videos and it's taken us a while to make this. We truly hope you enjoy watching it, and do remember to subscribe to our channel because every subscriber makes a huge difference to our small channel and we appreciate you all. Starting off with day one, we actually recommend you go to Liechtenstein. Now you can visit Liechtenstein, which is another country right next to Switzerland, though for free if you have a Swiss Travel Pass. You can get the bus from Zurich to Liechtenstein, which doesn't take a long time, and actually this country is stunning. It's small, it's one of the smallest countries in Europe. It's got many museums. You can even get a stamp on your passport, and you can visit many castles as well as many parks in this country. Day two, we actually recommend you spend this day in Zurich. Zurich is one of the most beautiful cities in Switzerland, and you really can't leave Switzerland without visiting Zurich. There's amazing museums, there's boat rides, and they also have the largest waterfall in Europe there, which we will talk about in a bit. So first thing we recommend you do is actually visit this waterfall, which is called the Rhine Falls. The train to here is free with a Swiss Travel Pass, and you just need to pay for the photo spot, but you can choose to walk around it and save a bit of money there as well. There are many boat trips you can do which take you right close up to the Rhine Falls. Again, as I said before, it's the largest waterfall in Europe. There's even a village that you can walk around, which is just very pretty, and you can actually see some fish when you go on the boat ride. This boat ride is actually not free and included in the Swiss Travel Pass. However, you can actually save some money by getting some discounted tickets as well. After the Rhine Falls, we recommend you go to the city, hop onto a tram and explore the city center, get some food and drink, and then visit the FIFA Museum, which is one of our favorite museums to visit in Zurich, and it is free with a Swiss Travel Pass. It is truly not like any other museum that we visited or have seen before. There's just so many things to do here. It's very colorful, the architecture is amazing, and apparently it is the only FIFA museum in the world. So we do highly recommend that you go, make use of your Swiss Travel Pass if you have one, and if you have a half fare card you can get 50% off, and have a go at many activities which are for free in the museum. Play some football. It's a great thing to do. Next up, we recommend you visit the home of chocolate, which is Lindt Chocolate Museum, and here this is not free, but again you can get discount from Swiss Travel Pass or half fare cards, and it's just a great place with free chocolate, lots of history about chocolate, and also you just get to live your childhood dream again. It is a great activity for both adults and kids alike. We saw lots of families, lots of couples, so truly it's not a place for just one person. It is for all, and it was just really interesting to learn so much history about chocolate, get lots of free chocolate, and the sample just kept going, so you will not be disappointed. You will get lots of free chocolate if you do visit this museum. We really enjoyed our time here, and we highly recommend that you actually look at the tickets as well. You can also buy it from Get Your Guide. We will put the link down below. Now day three, we actually wanted to do a ridge hike. You can do any hike on day three, but we went and did the Stoos Ridge hike. Now I will tell you a little bit more about this just in a bit, but as I said before, feel free to do the ridge hike or actually just see the village Stoos itself. We got the bus very early in the morning, as you can see the sunrise there, and the bus journey was beautiful. Again, I should mention the train and buses are free with a Swiss Travel Pass, and then we made it to this beautiful village where you can get the steepest funicular in the world for free with a Swiss Travel Pass, so you don't have to pay anything extra. You can go on this funky looking funicular which looks like something from the future, and you can make your way up to a village which is called Stoos Village. Now Stoos itself is a very beautiful village, and you don't have to do the hike. So if you just want to do the hiking or walking around the village, you can actually do that, but we chose to do the hike. As you can see here, there are a couple of hikes you can do in this region. We chose to do the Klangenstein to Frankenstone. Apologies, I've pronounced that very incorrectly, because that's just one of the hikes we saw online. It looked really good, so we bought extra tickets for this. So going up to Stoos is free, but you do have to buy extra tickets for this particular funicular, which is not discounted because it's independent. But this hike truly blew us away. It was our first major hike in Switzerland, and the day was perfect. It was a sunny day. It was actually very, very hot on this particular day, but we really enjoyed the views. Now, we did see kids, very little kids doing this hike, so it is doable, but there are some very, very steep sections on this hike, and the last bit of the hike, which is about an hour, is actually quite challenging, and a lot of people have found it challenging online, and I found it challenging in person. So something just to consider if you are planning on doing this hike as well. But we highly recommend it. We had such a great time, and I would absolutely actually do this hike again. Our hike, we decided to make our way back down to the village too, and really hope to come back in the future to explore more of this village. On day 4, we decided to visit Grindelwald, and I'm sure you must have heard of this amazing village, but in this video we are going to talk about not just the village but also the activities you can do at Grindelwald first. First of all, the train journey to Grindelwald is actually free with the Swiss Travel Pass. So to Grindelwald village and even to the funicular station, it is free, and it is one of the most beautiful train journeys that you will probably experience in Switzerland. You can walk to the funicular station or get a bus, which is 5 minutes, and the funicular ride is actually not included in your Swiss Travel Pass. You are going to have to buy that separately, but you do get a discount. There are many things to do at Grindelwald. First, there is a cliff walk which you can do on the edge of the mountain. There's a bridge that you can walk over. It might be a little bit anxiety provoking for those with fear of height, but it's all part of the thrill. There's a restaurant, there is a cafe, and there is a first flyer, and there are just a lot of activities. Now, one thing I will say though is the time that you spend in the queue here is very, very long. We spent about 3 hours per activity just standing in the queue waiting for a turn to go on a 20-second first flyer ride, and that's something maybe you might want to think about when you book this trip. The park there was lovely, and the scooters going down were very exciting, although very fast, so bear that in mind too. But we decided to ditch the scooters halfway down the line and give them away to someone and walk down the village, which was just such a nice experience because Grindelwald is just so stunning, and we wanted to take it all in, and we ended it with getting some ice cream. A tip I will give is do bear in mind that weather can dramatically change up on the mountains. Most mountains in Switzerland have a live webcam, so do keep an eye out on that if you don't want your trip to be spoiled, and if you want clear skies rather than cloudy skies like you can see here. On the next day, we wanted to explore more of Interlaken region. Interlaken region does include Grindelwald, but it also includes places like Lauterbrunnen, which has its nickname for fairy tale village, and we are not surprised why it has this nickname because we were blown away with this village. Like the waterfalls and the church, everything just looks like is perfectly placed. Train journey to Lauterbrunnen is free with the Swiss Travel Pass, so do make use of that. In the evening, we decided to then go to Lake Thun. Now, this is one of a very less touristy place in the Interlaken region. We got the bus here, which was free with the Swiss Travel Pass, and it just gave Lucerne vibes, but with less crowds, a place where you can sit, you can do some water activities as well. Before the evening ended, we decided to go back to Interlaken and do some paragliding. This is not included in your Swiss Travel Pass. You would have to book this externally. We booked it through Get Your Guide, and we will put a link down below in a description in case you are not familiar with the website. There are other external providers as well that do adventure sports like paragliding, and it is actually a great thing to do. It was something I was really anxious about, and I know it is an adventure sport, so of course there's going to be some anxiety, but the views were truly worth it. And Interlaken is not the only place you can do paragliding. You can actually do it in Grindelwald and many other places, even Zermatt actually. So just have a look around. If you don't want to do paragliding though, just explore Interlaken and maybe look at some of the many amazing parks like this Japanese park we stumbled upon close to the train station. Another free thing to do then with the Swiss Travel Pass is on day 6 we visited the St. Pius Caves. Not many people actually know about this place, and it is very close to Interlaken. It was only about a 40-45 minute bus ride to St. Bews Cave, which stopped right outside. Now, to go to the caves, you do have to pay money, which you will get a discount if you have a Swiss pass. However, you can walk outside on this bridge, get lots of lovely photos and videos, and also hear the sound of waterfall, which can be very therapeutic, and we just really enjoyed our time here. In the afternoon and evening, we decided to visit Lungen, which here, as you can see, is a very quiet village. It is not like Grindelwald, because Grindelwald is very touristy and very busy, whereas Lungen on the other side is actually very quiet, very, very breathtaking. Again, I keep using the word breathtaking because Switzerland truly is breathtaking, is stunning. Here we had no one, and we just enjoyed our time in this village before we actually made our way on day 7 to Lucerne and Mount Rigi. Unfortunately, the day we went to Lucerne, the weather wasn't great, but we decided to make use of our Swiss travel pass again and get on a free boat ride. So yes, this is a free boat ride, and all boats are free with the Swiss travel pass apart from independent ones, and we decided to go to Mountain Rigi. Now, there are other things to do in Lucerne, like the chapel bridge, but we did that last time a few years ago, so we wanted to actually spend the day going to Mount Rigi, which was a beautiful journey, and we're so happy that we decided to do it this way rather than exploring the city, but that is something you can do as well. The train actually is free to Mount Rigi, so Mount Rigi is one of the 4 tourist mountain excursions which are included in your Swiss travel pass. So that means you can go up on the mountains and really enjoy these mountain excursions for free with a Swiss travel pass without having to worry about money. Mount Rigi is actually known as the Queen of Mountains, and we're not surprised why, because the views from here is just amazing. We had such a great time and ended it with getting great food from Lucerne train station. On the next day, we decided to explore Jungfrau. It is one of the must things to do in Switzerland because you will find snow here 365 days a year. So it is a place that you are not going to be disappointed if you are going to Switzerland for the snow. The tickets to Jungfrau are not included in your Swiss travel pass. However, you do get discounts for the funicular ride, so you can actually get discount from the half fare card and the Swiss travel pass, and you get discounted tickets depending on the time of the day you go as well. So we got the funicular and then the train up to Jungfrau region, which was amazing. You can also get to stop over and also have a look at the glacier up close, and then when you get up there is a museum section where you get lots of information, and of course you will go outside and you will also see the snow, which was just so amazing to see. I mean, in end of August, beginning of September, which was a very hot day, seeing snow like this just truly blew us away. There were so many amazing activities to do up there. Again, this is separate, so you are going to have to buy separate tickets for these activities, but we highly recommend doing it. It was really, really fun for both children and adults alike. You can truly have fun here no matter the age. We did the snow slide, we did the sledge together, we did it separately. We even did an amazing photo shoot at the top of the mountain. We got lots of amazing pictures and just had a great time actually exploring the Jungfrau, top of Jungfrau, and even having a snowball fight and doing the zip line. We just really, really enjoyed our time here and would highly recommend that you add Jungfrau to your list. Now, I'm not going to actually lie. Now, I know that Jungfrau is quite a pricey thing to do, so of course if you have the budget, do add it on. If you want to save some money, still want to do best pricey, then do have a look at their tickets, their promotions. Sometimes they do very, very discounted tickets if you go first thing in the morning, for example, and we actually like going in the morning, so maybe it's something you might want to do. There's a lot of history up there as well. This railway train that takes you up has its own history. There's even an ice palace, and in the ice palace they've got so many nice sculptures. We were just really, really happy that we decided to put this on our 14-day Swiss itinerary. They also have a Lindt chocolate place and a halal Bollywood style restaurant where many famous people have actually sat and ate food. We spent a whole day at Jungfrau and we had a great time, got some free chocolate at the end, and really enjoyed our train and funicular ride back down. So moving away from Jungfrau on day 9 and 10, we recommend visiting Zermatt. That is is something we did. So we spent 2 days in Zermatt, and we really don't feel like that was enough time. We would love to go back and spend even more time in this beautiful car-free romantic village, which has to be my top 3 favorite places to visit in Switzerland. And we are so happy that we decided to do this, because there was a point where we were going to take it out of our itinerary or even just go there for a day trip, but I highly recommend you stay there for at least a night. We stayed at a beautiful boutique hotel, which was very expensive, I have to say, but the views were truly worth it, and we were so happy with the view of the Matterhorn. And going there on a clear day where we had this beautiful view, we explored the town center on day 1, we got some food, went to the Matterhorn Museum, which is all free with the Swiss Travel Pass. The train journey to Zermatt and the Zermatt Museum, Matterhorn Museum, is free with the Swiss Travel Pass. We walked around Zermatt, and we actually never spent any money on the day 1 apart from food, because we decided to walk around and just have a look at the town. So that meant we spent no money, and there you go. There is a budget-friendly tip for you. Walk around, do walking, get a feel of the town, go to parks, and go to kind of the museum that's included in your pass, because that's the way you're going to save money and make the most out of your trip as well. We came across some stunning romantic spots that we wouldn't have otherwise actually known or seen if we hadn't walked. But anyway, on the next day in Zermatt, we decided to get the Gornergrat train. Now there's many options when you go to Zermatt. You can go up actually close to Zermatt, you can go on many funiculars there, but we decided to do the Gornergrat journey because it's the one that had the best reviews and the one that really looked nice and something we wanted to do. So we really wanted to go to the Riffelsee Lake, and that's why we booked this journey as well as going closer to the 7 glaciers you can see from here. We are so happy we took the Gornergrat, but just look at this view. We took the second train up in the morning because we didn't want it to risk the weather, and we are so happy we did that because the weather did get bad later that day. We got to see the glacier, we got to walk around the lake, we had some amazing drone footage, we walked around the edge, we did a little bit of a walking trail as well. We could see some waterfall, glaciers melting, which wasn't a very pleasant thing to see, but view wise it was just breathtaking because it was my first time seeing glaciers up so close, and I was just truly blown away by this view. I am so happy we did the Gornergrat and would highly recommend you to think about taking this journey as well. Now with the Swiss Travel Pass you get 50% off. It's not free, but 50% off is amazing. I think we paid around £50 per person for this, and we were just really happy. Even though it was one of the most expensive things we paid for in Switzerland, we were happy with the day that we spent here and the things we got to do. The museum, which is right at the top at the Gornergrat, was really great. They even did this kind of VR paragliding experience there as well, and overall we got to actually then go back down the Gornergrat after going to the top, so you can get up, get off and get up how many ever times you want. So during the entire day you can go to different stops. We did 3 stops altogether. We got off at the lake that we showed you first, and then when we went back down we actually got off to see the black-nosed sheep, which truly added on to our experience. We had such a great time playing around with them, and here we got to see some amazing other cute animals as well. The train journey down was great, and we got some food to end our day, and it actually rained really bad on the second day in Zermatt, but even in the rain Zermatt looked stunning. Next day we checked out and we went to Montreux, which is a place that not a lot of people actually visit, and they tend to go to Geneva, which is very close to Montreux, about half an hour away by train. But we decided to get the train to Montreux with our Swiss Travel Pass for free and explore this beautiful town, and just have a look around the promenade, walk around and look at the food markets it has. And also we decided to do a boat ride here as well. Boats, as I said, are free with a Swiss Travel Pass, and one of our favorite things to do in Montreux was actually going to Charter de Lyon, which was only about a 10-minute bus ride from Montreux town centre. It is a museum which is very famous, and it is free with a Swiss Travel Pass, so we highly recommend that you actually add add this museum to your travel itinerary. As I said, it's an underrated place, but we really feel like it should be a thing that you should add on your travel itinerary, especially because a lot of people actually skip this out, which is quite disappointing because we really enjoyed our time here. And why wouldn't you do this when it's free and included in your Swiss Travel Pass? There are other things to do, like walking around town center. There's a casino which is very famous there as well, and just you could actually sit around next to the promenade and have a look at the sunset as well. Again, a free thing to do. You can even get some food or drink and just enjoy your evening looking at this stunning view and the night sky, which was truly amazing. On the next day, we decided to explore some trains and make use of our Swiss Travel Pass even more. Trains in Switzerland are some of the best, especially this Bella Park Golden Pass Express train was one of our favorite train journeys. This train looks like something out of a Bridgerton series. The food was not included. The food is something we took with ourselves, so you can actually take food with you, and we just really enjoyed this journey. You can even get off at stops like Sannen here. You can see this is the small village of Sannen where a lot of Bollywood movies have been shot. On the next day, we decided to then go to Geneva, and Geneva is a city I'm sure you've also heard about, but we wanted to actually make use of our Swiss Travel Pass, so we made the journey from Montreux to Geneva, which wasn't very long. It was only about half an hour, and we went to the Broken Chair, we went to the United Nations, we went to some other museums, and we just had a really nice time walking around Geneva town center, Geneva Lake, and we even actually after the walks that we did in the city center, we decided to do a boat ride as well. Now, as I said, boat rides are free, so especially the ones that are not owned by separate independent owners, they are all free, so make use of them. Make use of your Swiss Travel Pass as much as you can. We also just sat around, had some food, and we just really relaxed. And again, we didn't spend much money because we had the Swiss Travel Pass, so that meant that really the only money we were spending on was either shopping or paying for food, which was amazing because we actually ended up saving a lot of money. And this is why we are such big advocates for the Swiss Travel Pass, because the 2 times we visited Switzerland, it's really saved us a lot of money, and we've actually managed to do a lot and see a lot in a short space of time as well. Other thing you can do if you don't want to go to Geneva is visit a place called St. Moritz. Now, this is different to the St. Moritz that you probably have heard of with all the glitz and glam. This is actually a place that's close to Montreux. It is again not a touristy place, but we just decided to go there on a day. Other things you can also do in actually Montreux is go on a boat ride similar to the one in Lucerne. This one was also very stunning and we had a great time. If you don't want to do the Bella Park train that I talked about earlier on, you can actually do the Golden Pass Express train, and here again you can upgrade to actually go to their not first class carriage, but they actually have a prestige carriage, which is, oh my gosh, it was amazing. We just loved it. It was double windowed, windows on the top, windows at the bottom. The seats were very comfortable, and you actually with an upgrade can get some food as well. You do have a menu in the train for all classes, so doesn't matter which class you are on the Swiss Travel Pass, you will still get the menu and you can have an amazing time. And this journey goes from Montreux all the way to Interlaken. On day 14, our last day, we decided to visit 2 underrated places in Switzerland, and that is Spitz, which is this beautiful town with amazing blue color lake water. It is very close to Interlaken, and from the train station down to the town itself is only about a 10-minute walk, although getting back up might take about 10 to 15 minutes. But this town is truly underrated. It's a bit similar to Brinn's, but most people tend to go to Brinn's and not a lot of people actually tend to spend time at Spitz. So again, if you're someone who's looking for a quieter town with nice walks or a park, then I would really recommend Spitz. Adelboden is another place that is very underrated. This village is actually very quiet, and the funicular ride here, although it isn't included in your Swiss Travel Pass, you do get 50% off for this funicular ride, and we really actually enjoyed our time here, so we actually didn't mind paying the money, and also were very happy as usual to get the 50% 50% off that we did get with the Swiss Travel Pass. You will find giant swings here with the amazing views of the Alps. You've got amazing trails, you've got hiking routes here as well. You have also got some waterfall hikes which you can do on a different place. You've got many other funiculars with different attractions, so truly you can easily spend at least 2 days in this region, but unfortunately we really didn't have time on our hand, so we only spent a day here. But I would just love to go back and actually see more of Adelboden. I can really see this becoming a very popular destination like Grindelwald and other famous villages in Switzerland. There is even a suspension bridge, there is waterfalls as I said before, and we just really enjoyed spending our time here. There's even a restaurant next to the suspension bridge, and we just really enjoyed, as I said, spending our day here, and would highly recommend you to actually put Adelboden on your Switzerland itinerary. You will not find a lot of people, so if you're again someone looking for a quieter place in Switzerland with amazing views and things to do, that would be it. In terms of lockers, we really recommend you store your space at the Spitz train station lockers. You will save a lot of money. Swiss Travel Pass is an amazing way to actually see Switzerland. I'm sure you must be so tired of me mentioning the Swiss Travel Pass several times, but I truly think it's worth an investment. And do look at my video and ask any questions in the comments down below if I've missed something out or if you have any query. I hope you've enjoyed watching this video. I didn't want it to be as long as it is, but I hope it was helpful for you. And please do remember to subscribe to our channel because it makes a huge difference to us, and ask any comments down below. See you in the next one. Take